Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's very late at night, but I do these things at times. I've been watching TV, watching some DVDs for my collection and really enjoying those movies. But let's get on with this. This is the Black Series Star Wars figures, and I've reposed each and every one of these figures. So I'm going to quickly just show you them on camera and not spend too long on it. So let's come to Django. So I don't often pose him with this look, the head sculpt. I do like it, and it does work well with his dynamics, but you'll see him with his helmet on and you can make up your own mind. But for me, Boba Fett isn't Boba Fett without his helmet. But again, I do like the head sculpt. That's a nice head sculpt. So let's go over to the other side of the platform and come to Django Fett. And I waited the longest time for him, and I've got him firing his rocket launcher off of that gauntlet, and that other pistol has been reholstered. But yeah, he looks good in his head sculpt, and when you've seen the first wave of this figure, that head sculpt seemed at the time really good, but looking back it's kind of poor standard. But I still would have bought the figure because overall he did look like Django. But seeing this upgraded version is a marked improvement, and there will be times when I pose him without the head, without the helmet, but it looks likely that the helmet will go back on, and you'll see this figure with his helmet on as well as Boba Fett at the end of the review. And we're coming over to Mandalorian because I've reposed him and I'll put his cloak to the front of the figure. And I'm sure in one of the episodes when they were in the stormy deserts of Tatooine, he did have this sort of look going on. As well as protecting his front armour, he's protecting his jetpack, so we had a bit of a cloak going over the back as well. But my blue variant of Mandalorian is like this, and I do like it, so I'm going to keep it for now. And this is my favourite thing today. I've reposed the Emperor. I've got that hooded, mysterious Sith look going on. Really like it, but I managed to get him to grip the lightsaber with both hands, because the hand on the left is the hand that grips the cane, and the hand at the top of the hilt of the lightsaber on the right is like a gesture hand. So at the end of the day, it's a bit fiddly. But from a distance, that looks good. And I really do like that. And what I decided to do, because I don't often do this anyway, but if you come down here, you'll see that garment underneath his robes. And I've pulled that up from his ankles to past his knees, because he's very flexible in his knees and his ankle joints and his hips. So you can give him a wider stance, and it creates a better sort of Jedi dynamic. So I'll probably bring this guy out again, and once I get into posing him with the lightsaber, because I haven't been doing this for very long, I'll get him out again and do some combat fights with Luke Skywalker, my Return of the Jedi figure. And I do like that. So yeah, I'm going to now put the helmets back on to Django and Boba and see what that looks like. So stay tuned. So here they are with the helmets on, and looking at that, I would say I was tempted to put them back in the cabinet without the helmets, but now I'm going to keep the helmets on. So we're coming close on bobber, and that's a nice dynamic because I've tried to create a bit of movement, and I like the way he looks from all angles. Okay, so we'll come over to Django now, and Django again looks okay without the helmet, but this is the way he has to be, especially after the amount of time I waited for him. From last year I was supposed to get this, and there were none about, and eventually last month I got one, and has a nice head sculpt, but this is Django and he needs to be seen in this way. So I'm very happy with Django. But coming over to that Emperor figure, and I think this is the one I'm most happiest about, because I didn't have the Emperor doing very much but looking evil in a posed out way. But I wanted him to be able to show that he can use a lightsaber. And certainly I know that in the Revenge of the Sith, that figure with the brown robes, and it has some gesture hands with lightning effects on it and things like that, and he has a lightsaber. Obviously they've designed that figure so it can be seen to be fighting with a lightsaber, but I wasn't sure about this one, but it works. So let's see Mandalorian one last time. Look forward to the film. Is it Mandalorian and Grogu? I think that's what it's called. Looks good. I'm a bit in sort of reservations about it though. I always think a TV series should stay a TV series sometimes. Just the same as the Game of Thrones. I've heard they're going to make a movie into that. So I'm praying both of those projects are going to be good. But I'm not going to get into it until it happens. So that's the pose out of the 4 figures: Boba Fett, Mandalorian, Emperor Palpatine and Jango Fett. So on that note, I'll say thanks for watching. Under 10 minutes this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.